be super nervous to come here to Hopkins, but more instead they are looking for the opportunity. Face-off between Cole Brams and Logan Callahan of Johns Hopkins. And we are underway here at Homewood Field. This is Combert, an All-American last year, gets the stick checked out of his ball, checked out of his stick by Mazzone. Great little butt check right.
And he's off to a good start, getting that early touch.
Hopkins looking at their first shot of the game. Brett Martin with the good clear for the Blue Jays. And here we see Brendan Grimes starting on attack once again this week. Cullison, and there's Russell Melendez, number 31. He's running out of the box. So a little bit of a switch for the Blue Jay offense. Melendez, an attackman, running some midfield shifts early on. Collison gets inside, shot, save, rebound, score, and a flag down. Ian Krampf, starting on attack for the Blue Jays today, collects the rebound, redirects it past Lenskold in the Utah net, and the Blue Jays are up 1-0.
The mixing and matching of personnel at Hopkins at times this season has been dizzying. They opened this game with a midfield of Collison, Bauer, and Melendez. And Collison, with the initial surge, draws the three-man rebound in front to Krampf. An easy one, but a good start for this Hopkins offense that was really subpar in the second half against North Carolina, and then for much of the game against Loyola.
Ian Krampf, his first goal of the season, unassisted. The flag was for an interference call against Utah.
Acrobatic style. Versfeld for Hopkins, much bigger and more of a solid base. He's going to maintain his structure of his stance.
Lenskold, a freshman, saving 48% of his shots thus far.
It's a good handle by Versfeld as well, getting that ball off the net and finding the midfielder.
Shot and a goal for the Blue Jays. Krampf again. It has turned into the Ian Krampf show off of the clear. And number 38, White, has his second of the game off of the assist from Jacob Angelis.
Nothing like a full field goal to get the fans and band going here on a cold day at Homewood. Off the save, Peshko, eyes are up. Utah's got 4 in the hole, but Hopkins has 5 there. Nice circular rotation. They share it. Watch Pesco put this ball right on the money, so the point man, that's Angelis, one more down low. And what Krampf does...
On the back of the cages here at Homewood Field for the 2023 season. Shot and a goal! A quick answer for Utah. It's number 6, Ryan Steins, the redshirt freshman from Cary, North Carolina, turns the corner, whips it past Versfeld, and Utah lifts the lid on their scoring.
Utes flew to town yesterday. They had a 6:30 practice here on Homewood Field last night. They brought the cold and the snow with them. The pick behind is all the difference for Steins. You see the pick set right here. Defender goes underneath, and that gives him a little edge. I like the 6 Hopkins puts on the field right now, Dixie, because who are you going to pull, who are you going to short? Collison now draws a shorty. You could see Melendez against the shorty as well.
Ball is picked out of the air.
Okay, this is Utah's signature right here. Early offense. They want to pin the Hopkins offensive midfielders on the field. So you got Melendez, you got Collison, you got Bauer stuck on defense. They're going to pick on those matchups. That's really part of the way they operate.
Yeah, that two-way philosophy of keeping offensive midfielders on the field, but here they do some subbing, a little bit of cat and mouse at the midfield line. That was Colby Plotz with that interception, and Plotz has 2 goals and an assist on the season. So good job for Hopkins for preventing him from getting that 7-inch titanium rose shot. 1-on-1 dodge shot and a goal. Great individual effort by number 16 in black. Excuse me, that is not number 16. Number 18 is Ryan Rogers with the great one-on-one move, and he dunks it past Versfeld.
Junior from California. So much of getting to the rack is about speed. Whoop, puts it in after drive, no double team. Utah ties it up here in Baltimore. And the Ivy League started winning all their games non-conference.
Right.
People were like, well, how'd they get so many teams in the tournament? Well, they won the majority of their big non-conference games. You can't argue with that.
Yeah.
But that's what's going down today in the most fascinating day of the season.
Violation on the face-off, and another goal. High heat out of the stick of Ryan Steins, his second of the game, and Utah, after falling behind 2-0 early, is on a 3-goal run.
This is a team offensive goal. This is a gem, a thing of beauty. Steins, we talked about him, the redshirt freshman from Cary, North Carolina. Ryan Flanagan did wonderful work with this young player. This is just a simple step down from about 11 with a good angle. And watch him eye this up. He sees the goalie, you find net behind the goalie, and you shoot hard to net. The reaction, the guys from the mountain.
Peshko to Grimes. Grimes gets it backside, shot, save, Leskold. We got a reset of the shot clock, but Leskold with a great save, and we got a Blue Jay down.
We got an injured Blue Jay, Mark, and a late flag, as if the player stayed on the turf, then the flag comes out. This was a
50 as we get a look at it.
Take a look, left side of your screen, shot, 1-2, push from behind. Is a little bit of a ricochet there.
Peshko now, looking for an opening. A little bit of ring around the rosy in the crease area. Collison fakes the shot. Inside, nice, great ball movement, tic-tac-toe passing. Brendan Grimes with the finish. That is a terrific extra man set, and the Blue Jays are off the skids when it comes to the EMO.
A little bit of a different look. Angeles picks up the assist. It's almost like a rotating quadrant of players. They kick it up top. Carlson draws the crowd with his outside shooting ability. One more down to the wing, and Angeles eyes up, puts this perfectly on Grimes' stick. The lefty gives him a visual target. He changes level, so you really got to focus in. And the fans, February Lacrosse, baby.
We've dodged a lot of weather bullets up until today. Had some good weather, but up and down the East Coast, it's tough.
When a team posts on social media, it's a Jays score and the step down and a beautiful half-court set. When you post shots from practice on a Thursday wearing shorts and pennies in practice, you're asking the weather gods to come back and get you. And that's what they've done here today. Temperatures in the low 30s.
Ian Cramp with the hat trick. Brendan Grimes with the assist. Cramp making the most of his start here today.
This is really solid offensive execution. Wing pass, the defense over pursues to the ball side. You get some nice ball reversal, and Cramp from mid-range. I'd love to see Utah do something to draw a slide, move the ball, and then find four in black from this near side left wing.
Had 3 goals last week against Vermont.
Like right here.
There he is, on cue. Quick Kesenick, offensive coordinator, up here in the booth. It is Jordan Hyde, the junior out of Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, paced the upper 90, and we are tied off of the assist from Josh Rose.
That's what we're talking about, Dixie. You see the action up top. The midfielder will press and draw the eyes in the double team. You see Hyde is in the middle right now, and he flashes to space. His defender is in the hot position, the backup position, so he's leaking upfield. The second slide has to fill. Nice dodge by Rose. And that's, man, that kid Jordan Hyde, he has spent after what was a pretty high-scoring first quarter.
MJ McMahon working against the short stick defense of Jackson Raposo. 30 seconds to shoot for the Utes. McMahon finds Hyde. Hyde with that release. He finds pay dirt once again. The first one was low to high. This one low to low. Use the earth. Use the turf. Jordan Hyde off of the assist from MJ McMahon, and the Utes regain the lead.
He's big time. He is silky smooth. Watch him just back out of the middle on the right side of your screen, 4 in black. Presents the target. His feet are set and ready to go. Watch him read it. catch, little hitch, and boom. Changes it this time, thinking that Versfeld got smoked up top earlier. This time he keeps his ball on the carpet. Junior from Brother Rice. Brian Piccola and Terry Reardon.
Dave Marr, my teammates, my guys.
The 0-2-4 had it going there. Casey Gordon.
Feed out to Peshko, and he slips that one home. Nice backside look from Russell Melendez. Peshko fits the Casey Gordon body type. And that's a big one for number 51 off of the assist from Russell Melendez. His first point in 3 games.
I tell you, Coach McMinn's going to have to go in at halftime and figure out what is this extra man, because Hopkins is over, and so you knew that maybe they try something different, but this is a look that it's a little bit of an outlier. I mean, what is it? You got 4 guys kind of circling the net with 2 positioned up top. Neck and jaw area, a clear penalty. Not sure why or how that is being taught, but that's going to get called when you thrust forward, especially that high. You can do it on a hip, maybe.
And Collison makes him pay. The big lefty. Hopkins is now 3 out of 4 on their extra man opportunities, and Collison delivers.
Freshman from Ontario, 6'4", 225. He needs a nickname. Do we call him Collision? Do we call him the Coliseum? Or do we just call him Big Country? Non-conference games for the Blue Jays. They're all with really teams who are projected to win their leagues.
Some good goaltending here on both ends of the field. Versfeld with 2 saves. Hopkins bench wanted a foul on that one. No dice. Lenskold now with 2 stops to start his 3rd quarter. 6-5. Hopkins leading Utah. Mark Dixon, Quick Kesenick. Happy you could join us on a frosty February afternoon. Snow flurries have stopped. Collison looking to take advantage of a shorty matchup, and he does. Whirling Dervish, high-to-high heat, solves Lenskold, and the Blue Jays are up by a pair.
Freshman from Ontario with the calm demeanor and the mature attitude. The question mark. He's a natural left-hander. Watch him lean in righty. He's able to deal with the pressure, uses his size, step away, and that's a carbon copy. If you watched last Friday's game when Brennan O'Neill tied it up for the Duke Blue Devils. I mean,
together still, the short stick D middies. You know, Penn State, last check, was up on Yale in the 2nd quarter, 10-6.
A lot of goals. Yale defense is back-to-back seasons. They just struggling mightily.
Agree, Michigan improved. Gave Virginia all they could handle a couple weeks ago. Then you got this Johns Hopkins team. Collison rip, shot, score! Just enough mustard to bounce off of Lenskold. It caroms into the side of the net. Hopkins has their biggest lead of the game.
Collison's got the natural hat trick. I got him scoring the last 3 goals of this ball game. The extra man, the question mark, and then this outside rip. It's an overhand or 3/4 arm release that'll bring down low, and Lenskold gets a piece of it. There's no complexity here. The dodge draws the adjacent defender just enough that Collison's able to set himself up for the step down. And what he does well is he catches that ball back.
Possession there in the 3rd period of action. No goals. Now Hopkins, Collison has had the hot hand. He scored the last 3 for the Blue Jays. Sets a pick for Brendan Grimes. Grimes being guarded by Dominic Mata. Melendez now playing some attack for Johns Hopkins. Good matchup for the Blue Jays. Collison wheels it up top. Angeles, good ball movement, shot, score! Ryan Evans with a bullet to the top shelf. Incredible ball movement for Hopkins. Beautiful 6-on-6 goal. Blue Jays are up by 4.
The band gets to play, we want more, and this is the best offensive 6-on-6 goal that Hopkins has shown since week 2 against Georgetown. Collison, wing dodge, up top, spun quickly The key to this ball reversal is boom, in the stick, Angeles out of the stick. You capitalize sheets that show us how many shots defenders back up.
Cody Hart, shot saved by Versfeld. Juronsky looking to clear. Plays it back to Mazzone.
10-man, briefly, good handle up the far side. They cleared up the University Parkway side.
Jays do a good job of handling that pressure. And clear. 8 minutes now left in the game. Hopkins 9, Utah 6. Two guys who have really upped their game today for the Blue Jays. Goaltender Gib Versfeld, freshman midfielder Matt Cullis, and Brooks English gets to the middle of the field. Gives it up to Stu Phillips. Phillips behind to Angeles. Angeles 3 assists in his return to the lineup today. Melendez uses a pick, gets free. Peshko behind the cage. 25 seconds to shoot for the Blue Jays. John Crawley, you can hear him say, let's go. Grimes does, and he tattoos the net. Beautiful right-handed rocket on the run from Brendan Grimes, and Hopkins increases their lead to 4.
Grimes sensed this matchup, and he just backs himself out and says, hey, I'm here, give me the ball. Well, he's a left-handed dominant player. Changes up the playbook, he beats him right hand with the high heat.
Presence, I think, has really bolstered that Hopkins defensive unit.
It's a game that the Jays need desperately after losses, back-to-back losses. North Carolina and at Loyola. Carolina playing Syracuse today. We'll see if the Tar Heels can find enough offense to beat the Orange.
Combear leading the break to Plotz. Plotz shot and score! Wow. Kobe Plotz, 70 inches of the titanium. High to high, beats Versfeld, stick side. And the Utah faithful have something to cheer about. 10-7 with 8.5 left to go. 6.5 left to go here in the fourth.
Plotz, only a sophomore, Sparta, New Jersey. And the word on him, my spies out in Utah say he's a PLL, pro-level long pole of the future. Watch the stick fake right there. Collison bought it, and he kind of just, the pass fake right there.
Sky whammy.
It's just sky whammy.
Sky whammy.
Too, because it stops a
Big
potential run off the Utah goal by Plotz.
Brooks English testing this Utah defense. Feed, shot, goal! Ian Cramp finds Brendan Grimes, slips it past Leskold, and Hopkins answers the Utah tally.
I'll give that goal to Jack Hawley. Grimes just had a nice day today. You know, the last 2 games he's had to play some down low at attack. We've seen him play midfield early on in the year. Wing dodge through X, back towards the inside. And the good motion right here creates a cavity in the middle of the field as the defense rotates. They don't get the fill from the backside. And
A lot of goal scoring. Gib Versfeld, 9 saves in this half. Had 3 at halftime. He's been a difference maker for the Blue Jays.
I don't think he's letting a bad goal, right? I don't think there's been any soft goals.
Shot, and there's one that solves him. Out of the timeout, Carson Moyer, junior out of King City, Ontario in Canada. Gets hit on the backside, winds up with the left hand, bounces it off the turf. And the Utah Utes will not go away.
The way Utah's system works, it's challenging for midfielders. They're going to ask a guy like Carson Moyer to play a lot more defense in some other programs, with more mileage, more volume of shifts. But coming off the timeout, Mark, you called it, lefty shot from about 12, finds this near side corner. McMahon draws the eyes of the defense, potential double. Hopkins sloughs too much ball. Haven't called his name much today.
Coming into today's game with only 3 points on the year, he is the preseason Atlantic Sun midfielder of the year, being hounded by Alex Mazzone, but he's been quiet to start off his 2023 campaign. Bradbury shot wide, saved by Versfeld. Koa Todd selling out for that ground ball. Now Versfeld being hounded by 5 black jerseys. Gets it up to Mazzone.
Great play, great play.
Juronsky now. Hopkins has numbers, but Juronsky wisely takes his foot off the gas, deaccelerates, and realizes that time is on the side of the Blue Jays. Give Versfeld.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That was not a one-hit wonder, though, right? Rolling Stones?
Yeah. Great play by Versfeld.
Wow, he's had an incredible second half.
A goaltender's ability to be a difference maker off the ground, around the crease.
Hopkins wins the substitution game, and it is slammed home by Jacob Angelis. He's had 3 assists in this game. He gets in the goal column, hammering it home on a feed from Dylan Bauer.
Hey, this is fundamental ball from D to O. Versfeld, he's the extra player. Remember, a goalie doesn't have a complement, so he comes out and makes the loose ball play at the other end. The snappy ball movement.
Do it as the final 5 seconds tick off of the clock. Johns Hopkins snaps their 2-game losing streak with a 12-8 victory over a feisty Utah Ute lacrosse team.
3 different hat tricks on offense.